Assalamu alaikum. This is lesson 5, engineering and life sciences. All right. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to pause the video, and in your book, I want you guys to answer these 5 questions: one, two, three, four, five, and then when you finish, I want you to come back to this video. All right. So now that you have finished these 5 questions, all right, let's go over them one by one. So for each one of these, we're going to figure out if they are true or if they are false. So let's take a look at the first statement. The first statement says technology is used to help people with disabilities. So is that true or is that false? So that is, of course, true, right? A person with a disability is a person who is not able to do something, right? So a person who is not able to do something, they perhaps they have lost their leg, or maybe they have gone blind, or maybe they had an injury and they lost one of their fingers, something like that. So people often use technology in order to help those people. So we're going to be taking a look at some examples of how technology is used to help people with disabilities. Probably one of the simplest example of technology that is used to help people with disabilities is a wheelchair, right? If someone cannot walk, then people have designed wheelchairs, both manual ones that, where you use your hands to power the wheelchair, as well as electric wheelchairs, where you don't even have to put in any effort, and you just push a button and the wheelchair goes forward. All right, second, it says all bacteria are harmful to humans. So bacteria are basically very small microorganisms. They're so small that we can't see them, right? We have to use a microscope in order to see bacteria. So bacteria oftentimes cause infections, right? People get pneumonias, people get different kinds of skin infections from different kinds of bacteria. But actually, most bacteria are actually not harmful to humans at all. In fact, many types of bacteria are very helpful for human beings. We actually have bacteria all over our skin that help to prevent bad bacteria from colonizing and taking over. In addition, we use bacteria to help us to produce all kinds of different products. And we're going to take a look at some examples of those types of bacteria. Number 3, it says animals can be a product of engineering. That is true. The animals that we see, especially those that are on farms, have actually been modified over time. They have been modified over many, many hundreds and sometimes thousands of years. Sometimes you can take, an animal that you have in nature, and, through selective breeding, you can produce a new type of animal that is a little bit different. So animals have actually been changed over time, and the cows and horses and different kinds of animals that we see, they are not the original animals that were found in nature. Number 4, it says we cannot learn about engineering by observing nature. So this is false, and we're going to take a look at 2 or 3 examples of how we can look at the world around us and learn how to make new things. Number 5, it says living things can inspire new technology. And that is absolutely true. When human beings produce new technologies, oftentimes we take a look at nature, we take a look at animals and plants and the world around us, and we get ideas that we can use to make new types of technology. Let's take a look at this word, biomimicry. Right? So whenever we have a new type of word that we haven't seen before, one useful way to try and figure out what that word means is to try to break it apart into pieces. So for example, this word biomimicry is composed of 2 different parts. The first part says bio, right? And the second part is a form of the word mimic, mimicry. Right? So what do each of these parts mean? first part, bio, stands for life. Anything that's living, right? Plants, animals, bacteria, human beings, anything like that, right, is meant by this word life. So the term bio or the prefix bio stands for life. Mimicry. What does mimicry mean? Mimicry means that something is trying to act like something else. Like for example, like sometimes when children, repeat whatever you say, right? That's called mimicry. They're mimicking what you're doing, right? So what is biomimicry, right? Let's put these two ideas together. Bio means life, and mimicry means to imitate. So biomimicry is the idea that we're going to try and imitate living things. We're going to try and copy living things. So for example, take a look at this sentence right here. This sentence helps us to understand what this word means. It says here, engineers used biomimicry to build robots that move like spiders. So spiders are an example of a living thing. And engineers are trying to copy what spiders do. Hence, we have the term biomimicry. So this is our example sentence. And you see how this example sentence helps us to understand what this word means. So now I want you to create your own sentence. So write your own sentence using the word biomimicry.